Control costs. One of the process of project cost management knowledge area. A process dedicated to control the variances. Has a responsibility to manage project within budget. So let's see how do we monitor and control project cost. Since it's a monitoring and controlling project, a process group function, a process, we need to look at what was the plan and what is actual, because a monitoring and controlling can only happen when we know a plan and then compare against the actual. So we need to know cost baselines. Now cost baselines is coming from project management plan. The project performance, the project cost performance is primarily measured against the cost baseline, which was an output of determined budget and it became a part of project management plan. Along with this, we also need to know project funding requirements. Now project funding requirements tells us at which particular milestone how much money was expected from a sponsor to the project. So this is a plan, an input which is telling us what was the plan against cost. And now we need to look at actual. Actual is coming from work performance data. From execution process, we get this, and this data has a real information about the actual costs. The day-to-day expenses you are making in your project is getting to control costs process via work performance data. Even the procurement related expenses are also coming through this only. Plus, we need to know organization process assets, tools, templates, checklists, guidelines, all coming from here. Now, the primary tool and technique used for control cost is earned value management. We have a dedicated video on earned value management which you can watch next after this. Now, besides earned value management, there are few more tools and techniques, and all of these tools and techniques are primarily focusing on measuring the current performance or giving a forecast to the future cost performance. So let's look at tools and techniques. We have earned value management. Earned value management where we monitor project performance in dollar term. Even the scheduled performance also get monitored in the form of dollar. Then we use forecasting. On the basis of current performance, we use techniques, trends analysis to forecast that how we think that project expenses are going to happen in upcoming time. Related with earned value management, there is another term called to complete performance index. Now this is something which talks about that what kind of cost performance we need from our execution in order to control the budget within baselines or within remaining budget. It's like how can we manage, at what rate we should work so that we can manage our budget in project within the budgets. We may also use tools and techniques like performance review. Performance review is reviewing project performance against variances. So we check what kind of variances do we have. We do a trend analysis and we are trying to identify how well we are doing against our plan. Reserve analysis. In a previous two processes, we spoke about various reserves, contingency reserve and management reserve. Contingency reserve is the one which was coming along with the activities which was for known unknown. Management reserve was which was given at the top of the project cost baseline. So add up to the cost baseline which was coming for unknown. So continuously while controlling cost, we also need to see where do we stand against our reserves. Have we consumed a good portion of these reserves, or reserves are sufficient to take care of future risks? Since it's a big activity, data intensive activity, we may use project management system. Now, output of this process, since it's a monitoring and controlling process group process, it must generate work performance information. So it does generate a work performance information which is a compiled information of this data. On this data we have applied all these analysis, and now work performance information is giving us variance information. It also giving us the forecasting informations. It also generates forecasts. Now based on 2 complete performance index and earned value management, we also forecast that how much estimate at completion, like how much money we need in order to finish this project. We might have started with X amount of budget, but now we know, since we have executed project, we are already in the advanced stage of project, we can estimate the completion well. So there are various techniques which we will discuss in EVM video for forecasting. Since the monitoring and controlling process, it will generate change request. Along with these 3, it will also do some updates. So what all updates can happen? Project management plan. You may have a new baseline. Project documents like risks, activities, etc. And organization process asset. Since we are learning many things here, it's not good to wait till the project gets over in order to take learning and use it in other projects. So if we have something which we can put back into organization process asset, we do that as an outcome of control cost process. So control cost, a process dedicated to control the project, dedicated to control project within budget.